Hi, I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Julia Royston Enterprises, and the Book Business Bosses. So we are now up to number 28 of the 100 ways to be a book business boss. So the next three I've already kind of outlined, and they're going to be some tough questions. So first off, on number 28, how are your networking skills? About 15 years ago, I would have said, they're horrible. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. They're horrible. Because I would go into a room and be a wallflower. As much of an extrovert as I am, I really was a wallflower. I would just stand around the wall and, hi, how are you? Just now I really kind of, if I'm going to get in my car, if I'm going to get dressed, if I'm going to put gas in the car, if I'm going to pay for parking sometimes, because sometimes all the events are not free parking. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to hand out some business cards. I'm going to make some connections. I'm going to walk up some total strangers, put my hand out and say, hi, I'm Julia Royston. Who are you? You got to be that bold because the competition is stiff out there. There are a lot of people who are in business. They may not do the exact same thing you do, but the competition is stiff out there. And the ability to collaborate and work along with, and sometimes I'm standing in the buffet line and we're not even talking about business. I just overhear conversations. I'm good at that. My husband fusses at me about that too. You just dipping in other people's conversations. I was like, well, sometimes that's how conversation starts. That's how I got a job one time. Was dipping in somebody else's conversation. So how are your networking skills? So 2 or 3 things that always irritate me. Don't go to networking events without business cards or some way to people to contact you. Oh, I didn't bring any. Well, what'd you come for? How are we gonna, whatever. So we got to write on the back of the napkin and all that? No. Make sure you have a business card with you. And 2, be open to be friendly. Don't stand in a huddle with people you came with or that you know, and it's a networking event. It actually says it on there. This is our time for networking. That means find somebody you don't know that you didn't come with. I have a good friend, business BFF. We do that. She goes left and I go right. And then we meet somewhere in the middle and say, did you meet them? You need to go over there, meet them. You didn't meet them? You need to go over there, meet them. Oh, have you talked to so-and-so? You need to go there. We work the room together. We're not standing around. We know each other. We know what each other's strengths are. We need to find out who else in the room knows what we know or we can work with. So number 1, make sure that you bring some business cards or some way for postcards, whatever it is, for you to hand out, to actually put in somebody's hand. When you take one, you should give one. That's all what that whole networking thing is about. Number 2, don't stand around with the people you came with. And number 3, be friendly. If you're not trying to, really, dude, what'd you come for? Networking events is all about networking. And even if you can't work with them, I'm not interested. Thank you so much, but I'll hold on to your card because I might find somebody else. Ooh, I do know somebody, and ooh, because the objective, of course, is to meet new people, but you're looking for leads. You're looking for people to do business with, that you could possibly do business with. And it may not be now, but that card, I have piles of cards. I have cards that I say, what is that person I met? And I could do business with them. It may happen 6 months. I know people who said, I'm just waiting. I haven't gotten my this right or that right. I'm going to do a book. And when I'm ready, and they call me, when they're ready and their money's right or whatever their holdup is, or they finish writing the book, it could have been 4 years before. It could have been 3 years before. It could have been 10 years before. And they will reach out to me and say, I met you, and I've seen you, and I've been watching you. So how good are you at networking? You got to be better to be a book business boss. I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. Have a great day.